Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and today we will get the details about this year's Multicultural Festival coming up in Quincy this coming weekend, actually, the 5th annual. First, though, we take a look at the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, it's beautiful, sunny, it's breezy, 66 degrees right now. Temperatures will climb into the low 70s this afternoon. That wind is busy. There is a small craft advisory up, actually, and an elevated risk of a fire danger because of the wind, so do be cautious of that. But temperatures again, lower 70s this afternoon. Not as cold tonight, down to the lower 50s, even warmer tomorrow. Still kind of breezy with lots of sunshine, and tomorrow's highs reaching into the upper 70s, maybe 80 degrees in some inland locations. Cooler, damper here on Wednesday. Clouds most of the day. Some rain moves in Wednesday night. Temperatures into the mid-60s. It should clear out by Thursday afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds Thursday and a high in the low 60s. So again, sunny, breezy, and 66 in Quincy right now. Checking out the news for you today, Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch will present his proposed budget for the next fiscal year to the City Council tonight. Koch says the proposed spending plan represents a level-funded scenario, with the only increases coming in areas that the city cannot control.
My observation with what's been happening at the federal state level, there's some concern, whether it's local aid or other federal programs or grants or state programs or grants. I think that they're all seeing challenges with revenue. So this will be a budget that will be basically status quo. There'll be no new jobs, no new programs. What we'll see reflected in the budget is the increase of salary under the contract, increase in the rubbish line. There's certain things that go up every year, like energy, fuel, those types of items, health care costs for the employees. All those items, they never go down.
The mayor said he didn't make any cuts in the budget. The city council can cut or approve the budget, but cannot make any additions. Now, the current city budget of almost $456 million was an 18% increase over last year's budget, primarily due to the payments on the $475 million pension bond that the city approved back in 2021. Also, tonight, the mayor will present his proposal to purchase the former Eastern Nazarene College property for a total of $22.5 million. The college reportedly accepted an offer from the city recently. The school closed last year after over 100 years in Quincy. Ideas for future uses include a senior center, affordable housing, a community center, or potentially a new home for Quincy College. The proposed state budget passed by the House last week includes over $70 million for the city of Quincy. State Representative Jackie Chan says that includes funding for the Quincy Public Schools and money that the city can use for anything.
When we add up, the Chapter 79 money, which is the education funding, it's almost $49.1 million. We give you free money, literally is free money, $23.95 million to the city. They can spend on anything you want. And then we look at some of the other programs, such as real estate abatement assistance program, veteran services, the public library. I mean, when we add all that together, it's about $72 million plus dollars coming out of this budget. That's the estimate. Now, that does not include any earmarks. That does not include any grant funding. That does not include other things like council on aging was one of the things we debate a lot every cycle about whether we're going to raise the per unit like we do per pupil for schools. We do kind of a similar thing with council on aging. Doesn't address things like state police controls.
Chan cautions that budget still requires approval from the Senate and then a committee of House and Senate members before winning final approval from the governor. The overall state budget of $63.4 billion represents an $83 million increase over the current year's spending plan. Now, the case of the statues of Saints Michael and Florian for the new Quincy Public Safety Complex will be heard by the state's highest court this coming Wednesday. Oral arguments will be held Wednesday at 9 a.m. at the John Adams Courthouse in Boston. The city is being sued by a group of residents who argue that the purchase and installation of these statues represents a violation of the state constitutional separation of church and state. The city says the statues are longtime symbols of support for police officers and firefighters and have no religious connotation. The city commissioned the statues at a cost of $850,000. They're currently in storage since a Norfolk Superior Court judge issued an injunction preventing them from being installed on the new building. The Beckett Fund for Religious Freedom is representing the city at no cost, and the ACLU of Massachusetts is representing the plaintiffs. For the first time in over 20 years, there will be entertainment again at the site of the former Wollaston Theater on Beale Street in Quincy. Widowmaker Brewing Company from Braintree has received permits to open what will be called Wollaston Gardens. The 4-day-per-week outdoor festival will open on May 15th and run Thursdays through Sundays throughout the late summer. Quincy City Clerk Nicole Crispo says Wollaston Gardens will include something for everyone.
Their idea is to have a community space there with some live music, games for kids, Jenga and tic-tac-toe, and then also to have games for adults there as well. The controls they have in place, they did give us a map. I can send you over a copy of it and you can put it up on your site. We did have conversation with them yesterday before the meeting. This is a family-driven community event for that space that has been, left open and unutilized for quite some time.
Crispo says admission will be free. There will be some parking in addition to the parking that's available at the nearby Wollaston T Station. Ward 5 Councillor Maggie McKee and a number of residents spoke in favor of the new event at last week's licensing board meeting. The festival was approved unanimously. City of Quincy held its annual Vietnam Veterans Memorial Day ceremony last Thursday at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Clock Tower at Marina Bay. The guest speaker, retired U.S. Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel James Walsh, spoke about his year in captivity as a POW and how he was welcomed home.
In Winsted, Connecticut, at the house, the Walsh family, at 10:30 at night, Captain Ed Easton, who was the same fellow that made the casualty call to my parents and told them I was shot down, showed up in his dress blues with his first sergeant with 2 bottles of champagne, knocked on the door and said, "You guys got any glasses?" And the party started, and it was a good party from what I hear. And so that brings me back to small town America, town living in America where people care about everything in the service and the things that mean something to the country. And like this event right here is absolutely off the page. And I don't know how much more I could say about that, except my town in Winsted, Connecticut was a lot like that, because when I got out of the hospital and was driving back from New York into Winsted, Winsted has a main street about 1.5 miles long. Every single storefront had a welcome home gym sign in it.
Walsh is a Bronze Star recipient who served 10 years active duty and 10 years in the reserves at the former South Weymouth Naval Air Station. He went on to work as a commercial airline pilot for Continental Airlines. It's our check of news for you today. Coming up, preparations are well underway for the 5th annual Quincy Multicultural Festival. We will get the details next. This coming Saturday will be the 5th annual Quincy Multicultural Festival. It's being held at Faxon Park this year from noon to 3 p.m. Co-founder Mahalia Russo is joining us in studio to tell us a little bit about the background of this event and how you might be able to get involved. So Mahalia, it's great to see you again, first of all.
Hi, thank you for inviting me again.
Well,
it's nice
pleasure.
being here.
Yeah,
I think this is our 4th year
That
doing
sounds
this,
right that you came in to chat, yeah, but I remember the first year you and Shiv Singh
Yes.
stopped by and you had this great idea to have a multicultural festival. This was the year after the pandemic, right?
Yes.
And it was a great success.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. And now we are celebrating 5 years.
Did you ever think it would go this long?
Honestly, no.
Really? No. Yeah. How did it all start?
I think, yes, after the pandemic,
Yeah.
we felt a lot alone. And I think everyone felt the need to connect with more people.
Yeah.
And everyone was looking for a sense of belonging.
Yes.
And I realized in our city there was not yet a space where all the families, especially the Quincy Public School families with children, can come together from different schools and just connect to each other, get to know each other, and just create friendships. There were a lot of events at each schools, but there was nothing that will put everyone together.
Connect them. Yeah.
Connect them. So
Sure.
I said, with Shiv, we said, I think we should create a space where everyone can come together, connect, talk with each other, and build friendships. And in 5 years, I know so many families created strong friendships,
Yeah.
and I think that's the whole goal.
Well, you are a parent of Quincy Public
Yes.
School students yourself, so you saw that firsthand, right?
Yes,
in your own
yes.
family. And you yourself are an immigrant to Quincy, right?
Yes, I immigrated here 8 years ago from Italy, and I have, 2 children, one elementary age and one middle school age. And we got to meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
We created very strong connections and friendships, and I kind of miss that small community vibe from Italy when I moved here, and where everyone kind of know each other and everyone talks with each other,
Yes.
and everyone comes together and hang out and just do stuff together. And thanks to the Quincy Multicultural Festival, I found that feeling and
Yeah.
that sense of belonging in my community and created my community.
Well, not only that, but I mean, between obviously the parents of the children, right, to also
Yes.
get to connect. But I mean, the kids who were in that first festival maybe formed their own bonds, right, and continued
Yes.
that tradition. They're older now; they're in their teens now, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, that was very exciting. I remember the first year I had so many kids just coming to me and hugging me and just saying thank you. They were so excited
Yeah.
to just maybe wear like traditional clothes representing their cultural background that
yeah.
at school they don't do, or like having their friends listen to songs in a different language, like their favorite songs or childhood songs. And they were very excited to share that with their classmates.
Yeah.
And I think that's all this is about, like connecting and sharing and learning.
From each other, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, some of the common denominators of people, right, are music, food, dancing, cultural
Yes.
experiences, discussing, right, sitting and talking with each other. There's a lot of commonalities, more than differences, I would think.
Yes,
Yeah.
Everyone loves food, everyone loves talking, everyone likes connecting. So we just needed a space.
Yeah. Speaking of, this year's space is a little different. It's up at Faxon Park. And as I mentioned, it's coming up this Saturday, May 9th from noon to 3 p.m. What's going to be happening, Mahalia?
A lot,
Yes.
as usual. Yes, we do have a new location, Faxon Park. It's a beautiful big park, has been recently renovated. There are a lot of recreational area inside the park. The event will be next to a pavilion, so there will be picnic tables.
Great.
There are new restrooms. There's parking.
Yes.
It's a safe place for the kids to run around.
Yep.
There are no cars, there's nothing. So I think it's a great space. So we are really grateful to the park department, and especially for Doherty for showing us that space and letting us use it.
Very good. Yeah,
Yes.
it's very accessible. It's, as you mentioned, it's very beautiful as well, and it's isolated from traffic and noise, and you almost feel like you're out in the woods at some point.
Yes, I love that because we are surrounded by trees.
Yes.
And definitely that helps with the wind.
Yeah,
we have
that's
lots
true
of wind
too.
here.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about this new location.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So live performances, cultural tables, food from around the world, family activities, local vendors. What's the rundown? You got a lot to do in 3 hours.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. I wish we had more time. Yes, we have a great lineup for food vendors. We have, of course, ice creams.
Yes.
Smiles by the Miles, Tiranga Indian street food, Georgie's Greek Taverna, Tiara spicy kitchen, not chicken.
Okay.
And Black Creek's barbecue.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So they are all small local food vendors. So we are really excited, and we have a mix of different cuisine to kind of represent our community.
Certainly,
So
yeah.
all of them have delicious food. So stop by, try everything.
Yeah. Out of your
and
comfort zone, right? Try
yes,
something different.
Yes,
yeah.
and
yeah.
then you can have some ice cream after.
Everybody loves ice cream,
Yes,
right?
I definitely do.
It's international.
Yes. So it's great. And also the prices are all going to be very accessible.
Oh, very
so
good.
we are making sure that we have at least a few food items that everyone can afford.
Okay, that's
So
a good point. It's free admission, but there is a charge for the food. So.
yes,
Yeah.
just for the food. But we have plenty of free activities for the
Okay.
kids and the families. We have face painting,
Yeah.
balloon twister, henna. This year we have a special space where we will create a photo booth, and we will have a professional photograph to take
Nice.
pictures of the family, no charge. And then another thing that I'm really excited about it, we'll have a 360 video booth where with props and everything, and I'm sure it's gonna be a hit with the kids.
Okay.
The kids will love that they're gonna have a camera like circling around them, and
Really?
you can just have fun and
Okay.
dance, and then you can just text it to your phone or
Of course.
email, and it's fun.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be a great success, and all these activities are free, and of course the passports.
Yes, those were from day one that you
Yes,
started
that's
those, right? Yeah.
one of my favorite things about
Yeah.
this festival, because we wanted something to get the kids to actually stop and learn new things and
Yes.
stop at each cultural booth. And if you make it as a game, the kids love it. Also, if you give a prize.
Of course, yeah.
So the kids get this passport.
Yeah.
Also, this is a free raffle. They have to travel around the world, get stickers or stamps or like drawing, wherever.
As you
Each
would if you were
cultural-
traveling?
Yeah,
Okay.
both has a different way of doing things. And at the end of towards the end of the festival, if they fill their passport, they get a ticket to a raffle, and they will get like big basket with lots of toys and fun things.
Nice.
So no purchase, no, it's free. So
Okay. Okay.
we
So
just
what-
want everyone to get involved.
Yes. Yes. So kind of force them
Yeah.
to have some fun
Yes.
and learn, right?
Yes.
What cultures will be represented, Mahalia, at the Quincy Multicultural Festival?
So as of now, we have 23 different ones. I
Wow.
know,
Yeah.
I know, but it's not much considering that Quincy Public Schools, there are 75 different languages spoken in our
75?
district. Yeah, so I think my dream will be to get 75 different countries represented.
Okay.
So
Aim
if I get
slow.
that, I'll retire after. But we have, let's see, Italy, Japan, Portugal, Hungary, Rwanda, Sri Lanka, many.
There's got to be Asian countries in there.
Yes, we
Okay.
have Taiwan, China, Vietnam, yes, USA. There's going to be a photo booth about national parks, and I'm really
Oh.
excited about it.
Oh,
I
very
think
good.
US has amazing national parks, and I think that's so great and so many fun facts for the kids to learn about.
Yeah.
So we'll have that too.
Okay. All right.
So
this festival has grown into a bigger purpose for you, right? Called Culture Kind.
Yes.
Yeah. What is that?
So we are trying to expand. We saw there's a need and a request for families. Everyone loves this event, and the kids. I think the whole point is to get the kids exposed to as much knowledge and learning and culture as much as possible.
Yeah.
I do have 2 kids, and I was thinking, okay, what I would like my kids to learn and do, what I would like them to be exposed to. And So that's how Culture Kite was born. We have the same mission, the same vision at the Quincy Multicultural Festival. It's the same theme, nothing changed. There's the name, and our goal is to have after-school clubs and educational interactive workshops in the school. Like, for example, the kids get to learn Chinese calligraphy or Japanese origami, or they learn to do an Indian dance, or learn Taekwondo, that's Korean. So the goal is to make learning interactive and fun.
Okay, so this is in collaboration with the Quincy
Public Schools, yes. And we hope to have the first pilot program in the fall.
Okay.
Everything is still
it's in the works.
New, yes,
yeah, okay.
but we are very excited about it.
However, I mean, this is now an established 501c3
Yes.
nonprofit corporation, so that in itself is an advancement, is progress, right?
Yes, we are a nonprofit registered nonprofit organization, yes.
So the cornerstone is still the Multicultural Festival.
Yes,
That's
of course.
the main event.
Yes, that will be our main
Okay,
celebration.
but
and yes.
you kind of see this as a bigger mission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is this so important to you, Mahalia?
I really like people to feel. I really wish everyone to feel like they belong. They feel seen. They feel heard. They feel like they have their space and they are like included in everything, and everyone is like accepted the way they are.
Okay.
So I think.
And you mentioned earlier that was something that you missed when you came to this country.
Yes.
So you started trying to recreate that?
Yes, I struggled. I think for 2 years I struggled a lot connecting with people, and it was a very different cultural experience.
Yeah.
When I arrived here, I got used to know all of my neighbors, talking with everyone, and I struggled with that here for a while. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one. And then I'm very involved in the elementary school, in my kids' elementary school, so I get to talk with a lot of parents and other families and my neighbors and everything, and I thought this is, a lot of people feel the same way.
Yes, yeah.
So I think, okay, we need to do something about it.
All right. So you are a woman of action then.
Yes.
You like to get things done.
Yes,
You're a doer, as they say.
Yeah, I think if something is important to you and you care about, you make time, you make it happen. So that's my mantra.
In addition to you have a full-time job at MIT. You're a full-time mother.
Yep.
So this is your other full-time job. Oh, by the way, you're planning to run a half marathon.
Yes, I'm not a runner, but I'm really excited about it, and I definitely want a medal, so I'll try to finish in 3 hours.
Okay, that's very
a lot
respectable.
of time, but for me, that's going to be a big achievement.
Sure. You do have some shuttle bus activity for the festival, right? That people can take free shuttles to?
Yes,
yeah.
because again, our goal is to make this as inclusive and accessible as possible.
Yeah.
And thanks to our collaboration with Quincy Public School, we offer free shuttle buses. They will go back and forth for the entire event. We have 4 different school locations, and are all schools with big parking, so people can just park the cars if they wish to drive.
Get on the bus.
And we have North Quincy High School, Wollaston Elementary School, Clifford Marshall Elementary School, and Snug Harbor Elementary School.
Great.
And there are 4 different corners of the city, let's say like this, all with big parking or next to the train station, and people can just park there or just walk to the school, hop on the bus, and come to the festival.
Excellent.
So,
and they run back and forth throughout the festival, so folks can come and go as they please. Yeah.
Yes. They start at 11:20 a.m. and the last bus will be 3:15 p.m.
So right after the festival.
Yes.
Okay, and those are free.
Yes, they are all free. So you see, we are making everything easier for everyone to just come and enjoy and connect and have a fun day.
Yes. The weather right now looks great.
Yes.
Cautiously optimistic, I know, right?
Yeah, I know. I've been checking it every hour. I have to stop because
there is the
it's
covered
driving me
pavilion
insane.
up there, just in case there's a shower.
But in case of rain, the event will be moved indoors at North Quincy High School.
Oh, good to know.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Right in the gym.
We'll send a communication about that on Friday. I really hope I don't have to send it.
Right.
But yes, nothing will change, just the location.
Okay.
We're still going to have the shuttle buses and
Okay.
everything. So
I know you get like over 50 high school kids that help you with this every year, right?
yes,
Volunteers.
they are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for them. They are such a huge help. We always have like 50, 60 high school students,
Fantastic.
volunteers,
Yeah.
and they are so eager and excited about it. And they come at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's a long day for them. And they come at 8 a.m. and stay there until 4 p.m.
Super.
We do offer breakfast and lunch and everything.
Nice.
Also to all the families that are hosting tables. Thanks to our partners and donation we receive, we get to offer breakfast and lunch for everyone because it's a long day.
Yes, absolutely.
So we don't want anyone to just stress out about anything.
Sure. Sounds
So
like
the
it's gonna be a great
students
time.
are great help. They also, each one of them is assigned to a cultural table, so they have the families also can go around and see other cultural tables.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very grateful to them.
Excellent.
They are great.
I hope you have a fantastic event, Mahalia. Thank you so much for stopping by and telling us about it.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I would like to thank the City of Quincy, the Mayor, Tom Cock, and the Quincy Public School Department and Park Department. They are all great supporters.
Excellent. Thanks again. Forecast for the rest of the day today, it looks really nice. Good day for a festival today, actually, with sun and clouds. Kind of breezy, but mild in the low 70s this afternoon. Even warmer tomorrow, could touch 80 in some locations. A little cooler on Wednesday with some showers, and sunshine returns here on Thursday. Thanks again to Mahalia Russo for joining us from the Quincy Multicultural Festival, or Culture Kind.
Yes.
Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching Friday here in the show. The Woodward School for Girls is stopping by. We'll learn about their summer programs this year. Meantime, you can visit our website, qatv.org. Find all of our latest programs, along with news and information, video on demand, live streaming, and more. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great week.